Hello, Dr. Max here with day 2 of our Try Hard week, where we are doing all the top decks in the current MTG Arena Standard meta. Today we have Mono Black, unsurprisingly, something I'm sure all of you have encountered here. So as far as variants go, this one has the Evolved Sleepers, the Razorlash Transmogrants, some Gixes, none of the other, the 5-mana Sheldred, but 3 of the Apocalypses and 2 Gix's Command, as well as some Flesh Gorgers to gain that life, and ultimately when you can get it out for the full thing, that's pretty much a game win right there. So we're going to give it a go and see how it performs. I'm curious here if we're going to see what everyone claims is happening on Reddit, which is that because I'm now playing a very removal-heavy deck, we're going to somehow run into control. We'll see. But it looks like we're having a mirror matchup here, which is interesting. I'm not going to put any mana into it just because in response I know that they would cut down, and that's fine. They do have the advantage. I assume Trespasser is coming out here, and that's a feel bad. Okay, Phyrexian Arena, sure. Here's to hoping we can put a little bit of aggro on them and put them on the back foot here with losing life, but they may have a Sheldred, in which case that's real rough. Okay, they're going for a discard route. Yeah, I think Sheldred goes, even though I currently don't have the land for it. It is something that would be very scary if they did run into. They could have a Liliana, not this turn, but just in the future. So hopefully we can keep the Trespasser around for that. Do we play this? I think we just go wide on our board here. We need to add a lot of pressure, and I think then they can cut down the Evolved Sleeper. Okay. And I got another one. And we'll get rid of Sheldred. They're already down low here, but we are 2 lands away from a Gix, which hurts. And so if they do have a Sheldred, that is a real blowout. Okay, Trespasser themselves. I assume they're going to get rid of the other sleeper. That's fine. So they are in a position where they are potentially stabilizing, and we can swing board here. And if we trade Trespassers, so be it, but also I can... We'll just pump this once. Pump it twice. Do you have a response? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you get rid of the shadow here, you should. Okay. Well, I make him bigger. And now I attack you until you're dead. Pump. 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 And we'll pump once more for funsies. Got him. A little bit slow here. We are going first. This is telling me enchantments on their end. Still nothing there from them, and they're not going to have any instant speed removal. Tap Power Stone, interesting. Not sure what they're doing yet. I'm going to hold back because since they are going for these Power Stone moves, that maybe is telling me that they are going to be running sweepers. Okay, they're going full Power Stone shenanigans here. I think we blitz an underdog. I'll play out a sleeper just because otherwise I would be discarding a card. Do they have removal? Need a Sunfall here. Combat Thresher, okay. I don't think that gets you out of this. Unfortunately, Go for the Throat is not online then. So the double strike feels bad. We could go Trespasser into Trespasser and get rid of both of those. That will get them down to 3. And then we can so then blitzing out an underdog. So if they have a farewell, that sucks, because then the underdogs go. Okay. But they are done here. At this point, they would be taking this damage anyways. So let's blitz out one of these. And there's no way they can stop this. And I can even just start killing my own things to get them lower. Good game. Okay, this is looking good. Sleeper into Shadow. Hopefully we can get a land for a Trespasser, and hopefully we're maybe going against something a little bit aggro. Looks like enchantments. Yep. Hi, person. Let's attack. Okay. See if they have a basic. Of course they do. Do they ossify? They have a good choice in card sleeves, though. No land, that hurts. Let's go in with Shadow. Okay. The sleeper can become a 2/2. That can't block. I think we'll just hold. Something tells me they have an Os here. Another generous visitor, so maybe they're really milking it before they ossify. Yeah, lots of things are getting pumped up here. And we need some lands immediately. Okay. Yeah, we'll take this block. All right, we're getting a land. I think we... Do we Gix? It's a really strong card. I think we go Trespasser here and start eating their yard. And by their yard, I mean mine, because everything they have is going to get exiled when it dies. So Ossify is not looking as strong for them with the Trespasser just because they'd have to discard. I'm really hoping we get a land though. We'll at least be able to play Gix, which is great. Yep. That's fine. Alright. We're getting our Sheldreds out. I think this is where the tide can start to turn. Something tells me they ossify Sheldred. It just seems correct. I don't know why they wouldn't have played it earlier, but maybe they were holding it because they knew I would have a Sheldred eventually. Catilda, okay. No attacks, unsurprisingly. If we attack with Sheldred, and they kill it, I mean, that seems pretty good to me. And let's just load out what we can here. They're going to take that damage. Granted, they will get some of it back. Now, a feel bad here would be if they have the pump spell, but they don't. Another Kami. And another Kami. Wow. I think Sheldred goes for it here. Okay. That is really good for them. So on the board, that's 12, 16, 18. If we put a Gix in front of one of those, then we take 12. No, so we need to block both here. So Glutton can go. If we do that, then we're taking 16 exactly. And so then Gix can go here as well. It's not looking good. I think we're done here. They don't have to do much to survive this. Yeah, just better draws. No removal, but all the commies, and we had no removal ourselves, so that's unfortunate. Sleeper into Shadow and a Trespasser, sure. Whether or not we go exactly on curve like that will depend how things are looking. Okay, mono blue. So we absolutely do need to try and get under whatever they're doing. Let's attack. Yep, I'm fine with that. We'll get out a Trespasser, and let's start eating their graveyard. Okay. Tell you what we will do here. We'll just get rid of this. Okay. And then we'll do one pump here. Do we try and cut down? I think the answer is yes. Okay, they didn't have anything to begin with. Perfect. If we unearth it, we can bring it back. It's not casting it. If they do the Glutton, it's still discarding a card. Okay, so they're going for a March on everything, but they will have to discard. Tells me they probably have another terror. They're looking for answers. Got him. Yeah, getting underneath those counter spells is huge. This is not bad. Sleeper. We'll see what we're playing against. Enchantments. Okay. We'll cut down this Kami. They'll be able to bring it back. That's fine. In fact, if they decide to block here with the Visitor, they can bring it back. Pretty sure on this turn. Yep, they're going to make them bigger. That's fine. Yeah, attacking seems a little crazy to me. It's time to bring the Apocalypse. Still no basic for an Ossify. Now they have it, because of course. And that's the first thing they're going to do. They can trigger an Ossify again. Very clever. Sleeper, interesting. We'll attack with the underdog. I'm hoping they block. They'll be able to get the Kami back. But the sleeper is much more powerful. Multiple Kamis, sure. That's a bad attack. We'll blitz out an underdog here to get a card draw. And unfortunately, we're flooding out, which is a real bummer. We'll go guns blazing here. That's not a good block. Kami. Oss, yeah, sure. But I'm just going to trespass, yeah. and say goodbye. A little bit slow here, but 2 underdogs feels good. Mono red, okay. I'm happy with them basically spending their removal here, getting rid of these underdogs. Play with fire, sure. We'll Misery Shadow here, and then it can be pumped if need be. So they know they have to go after it with a Lightning Strike. Okay. Or do they even end the festivities? Yeah, I will take those 2 play with fires. Absolutely. We're flooding out here quite a bit, which is unfortunate. But this is where the tide can start turning. Unless they, yeah, so no Lightning Strike off the top for them. Otherwise, they would attack with the Swift Spear, and I assume, you know, they would have played it before with the Shadow, knowing that. Yeah, really flooding out here. But as long as we can just say, okay, go ahead, use your removal on my other creatures that are not Sheldred. We're treading water, and we'll hopefully start to get value over them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Said I wouldn't come in here. Uh-oh. Okay, no blocks. We'll gain our life from the drawing card, so it pays for itself. Jack's going a little crazy. And we'll be able to Flesh Gorger on the next turn for full price, which is hilarious. Yep. Let's get rid of your Swift Spear. If they pump it, then yeah, Sheldred's gonna block here, and she will die, and that's fine. Because I got something fun for you right here. Got him. Mono red, they hate that. Phyrexian Fleshgorger. This feels like a mole. No early creatures. Ugh. That was even worse. I think we have to get rid of a cut down and one of the lands and just hope we draw into it. Okay, Thalia, sure. Let's cut her down. I just don't want to deal with her. I'm trying to stall here and get something land-based. Do they take probably Sheldred, even though I'm far away from it? I don't know. If you were them, what would you take here? Fleshgorger. Okay. See if they have removal. Yeah, I think go for the throw goes here then. Or do they do Trespasser? Did they just name their own things? I mean, I don't think they should have left. Alright, much better. That's how this deck is supposed to go, and we'll see if we can get underneath their counter magic. Hello. Very friendly for someone who's going to say nope this entire game to everything I do. I think we let the underdog get countered here, because we can always blitz it out later. Yep. Okay. So I feel like they have, I mean, they have to have another counterspell here. Okay. No land. That's not good for them. Let's attack again and see if they are now getting a little bit desperate. The answer is still no. We're doing just a tiny bit of damage here. Okay. So they only had 2 counter spells. And maybe while I can here, I try and do this and see if they Fading Hope it. Okay. Alright, with the Fleshgorger out, that's great. They play their Djinn. They probably have counter magic, we'll see. Yeah, I'll pay 2. That's a good sign that that's all they have for counterspells. Okay, a terror, sure. I think we gotta try and Sheldred here. And it sticks on the board. Probably Fading Hope. I should have attacked with the Flesh Gorger. That was stupid. Feels bad. Okay. I can also attack with the Sleeper here as well. I don't want to risk the Sheldred here, just in case. Okay. Just got the Death Touch. And then let's Trespasser and see if we can get either they have to counter this or we start getting stuff out of their graveyard. Which we'll get a... We'll start taking their instants and sorceries, so any Haughty Djinn is bad. Got him. All right, fantastic. So for the deck recap, again, you know, with these it feels like kind of pointless since I assume most of you have seen very similar variants of this on the ladder, but there's a reason why this deck is really popular. It's really strong. I personally like these variants that bring out Gix, just that card draw. One of the first games I played with this, I was getting to draw cards all the time, which is fantastic. I don't think, I mean, this is just a really solid mid-range deck. It does lose to, I think, a little bit more control, and sometimes, depending on mono red, obviously, if you're able to get Sheldred out, generally you're probably in good shape. Other than that, though, you know, give this a recommendation if you don't have it crafted. Highly recommend it, and I'll see you next time.